Alright guys, so for the first time ever, I'm going to be releasing both a non-spoiler review and a spoiler review. So this is going to be all spoilers. We're going to talk about twists, turns, cool moments, if characters died, anything like that. If you don't want to know any of that for Ant-Man, just go ahead and go watch our non-spoiler review right down here. And as I mentioned in the other video, Kevin Vekony does some written reviews for movies, so I'm going to attach his written review for Ant-Man in the description of the video below. Go check that out too. Does that have spoilers, Kevin?
Maybe one or two, but pretty light usually.
Okay. So yeah, spoiler talk. What was the main thing that shocked you about Ant-Man?
We could say it, right? He goes to the Avengers HQ and has to steal something, and there's a fight between Ant-Man and Falcon.
That was a lot longer than I expected.
Right, that was like probably one of the awesomest parts of the movie, and like, you know, I didn't think there was going to be Falcon in it. I think the other surprise when it comes to like Marvel universes and so on was the fact that they had some footage of Hank Pym like in the past.
Yes.
And while I'll say the Wasp showed up,
And, I enjoyed how they didn't quite show her face. They probably weren't sure who they were going to cast for that, if they do more flashbacks. But yeah, no, seeing Wasp in action and the way, and I mentioned in the non-spoiler video, one of my favorite scenes was when Hank Pym, Michael Douglas, tells Hope Van Dyne how her mother, Janet Van Dyne, died. And it was very emotional to both see it and then hear him talk about it at the same time. I know with Ant-Man, both in the comics, is that he also becomes Giant Man, where he learns not only to shrink, but to grow in size. And I enjoyed how they just didn't waste any time alluding to that in future films, and they went right to it. With the blue discs that he says, this will make things grow. I loved the part, because they kept showing close-up shots of Hank Pym's keys that had a tank on them. I think it was the second to last time they showed it. I was like, man, they keep showing this. And finally, Michael Douglas has the line to his daughter, like, it's not a keychain. And they grow it to a full-size tank to get out of a building before an explosion. And how they decide to kill Yellow Jacket. What did you think about that sequence?
that was absolutely bonkers. When he went to like the microverse, like smaller than any other size or whatever, that was crazy. Like, you know, when the movie started with him working at a Baskin Robbins, he went talking to his manager, I would have never expected to have something like that by the end, where he's like going through dimensions and stuff.
I think I was disappointed in how the end battle ended. I didn't mind, of course, Darren Cross being defeated, but I didn't want him to die. I wanted to see Corey Stoll come back later, or at least have the option.
Marvel always kills the villains.
It doesn't hurt to just keep them alive, just so you have that option for later. But we've seen in the trailers the Tommy the Tank Engine part. Just in general, that whole fight sequence was awesome. Those are the kind of comedic things I enjoyed, and I hope they keep bringing up when it comes to Ant-Man in these films.
I just had a thought. You mentioned that it was great to see like little jokes like that. Imagine slipping those jokes and moments of like him becoming small. Like literally, they could add in a whole new perspective to action scenes in like Avengers 3 or whatever. You know, they could have like Ant-Man's point of view. Like, you know, meanwhile, you could look up at Hulk, and Hulk would be like so huge or something, you know, something like that. You know, they could do a lot of fun things like mixing him in with the other Avengers and all that. And I cannot wait to see him, you know, side by side with other heroes and stuff like that.
The mid-credits scene is Hank Pym shows Hope Van Dyne into a secret sort of chamber room, and it's a suit for Wasp.
It's like a Wasp 2.0. It's really slick and cool looking.
Yeah, and that I could totally have seen both Marvel and Kevin Feige wanting to just lay the groundwork and totally put it off. But I'm glad how they didn't waste any time. Like, will she show up in Civil War? Will she show up in Infinity War?
I really hope so, because she's going to be awesome. She's been awesome already, and I can't wait until she's in the action alongside everyone else too. And the second scene ties even more so into Civil War, because it shows a room where Falcon and Captain America, so Chris Evans shows up, have chained up Bucky, Sebastian Stan,
the Winter Soldier.
Right, the Winter Soldier, dealing with Bucky. So it looks like, you know, if you really think about Civil War, sides are being drawn.
And I'm glad, I enjoy with these after credit scenes when they tie into other films. Now,
better than like in Iron Man 3, it was funny
Mhm.
when like he wakes up and you know Bruce Banner's there. He's like, "Oh, what were you saying?" That was funny, but like kind of pointless. You know,
Exactly.
so-
Or the Howard the Duck was like kind of a joke. But yeah, it was fun doing this spoiler talk, and I'd just like to thank Kevin for coming on the So I Saw show. Again, Kevin Vekony did a written review of Ant-Man, and go check that out in the description below. If you like to, I do these videos on my Entertainment Buffet channel. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Entertainment Buffet. You could follow Entertainment Buffet at Entertain Buffet. And finally, after another long list of plugs, if you enjoy written sketches or web shows, we do those for Entertainment Buffet. So hit the big red button, subscribe, or if you like to just check out more movie reviews, I'm going to be doing more now that the summer's rolling. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for having me.
And now you saw the So I Saw show.